everybody, DeathsStalker here. It's hard to believe, but 37 years ago this month is when I got my motorcycle license. I know a few that are going to say I'm not even that old, but you know, been riding for a long time. Managed to have a lot of fun, ride a lot of cool bikes, meet some pretty interesting people, raced a few laps around the racetracks, crashed a few times on racetracks. Generally, it was all pretty enjoyable. And you know, I strongly recommend anybody you're even thinking about riding a bike, go for it. It's fun, it's enjoyable. Now you do have to, oh hang on, bad rail tracks, gotta get up. Oh, those are bad. Yeah, when you learn 37 years, you know not to sit down when you're on your seat when you're going over railway tracks. Now the one thing you have to do when you're riding is, especially on the road, is keep your head on a swivel. Check the mirror behind you and make sure no one's coming up too fast behind you. You know, you do the look left, look right, look left, look right, look left, look right again, then go, and all that sort of stuff. And you learn to keep an eye on the dogs. They might try to run out and bark at you, chase you, whatever. In this part of the country, when I'm riding along here, like not this time of day, but it can happen, you sort of watch the tree lines over here. You're not really looking for anything specific, you're just looking for movement. And if you see something brown and moving, that is a deer. Deer in Ontario are not small. They average in close to 200 pounds if they're fully grown, and they will mess you up something bad if they hit you. My wife had hit one in her car. It knocked her car in the other lane. Now luckily there was no vehicles there, but it basically destroyed the door on the passenger side of her car and scared the living daylights out of her. And this isn't good. That's not good at all. That's the company I use to sweep the chimneys in my house. I hope they're okay. You just get to learn this stuff. It's almost like the fighter pilot mentality for the Battle of Britain. You know, it's like you're always looking for those German planes that are going to take you out. You know, be it a small dog, a pigeon, believe it or not. In my case, it was a seagull and almost hit me in the head. I always wear a full face helmet. I've actually been hit in the throat. I had my visor open a crack, and I got a hit right in the nose by a bee. You know, June bugs, all that sort of stuff. And of course you've got the other, you know, cars not seeing you, not paying attention, not caring. And there's also people on motorcycles who are just horrible riders, and the bicyclists who don't believe stop signs are actually meant for them. And the diesel oil at stop signs and stoplights. All that sort of stuff. You just learn to live with it, you learn to adjust. Like when the light goes green for me, like a lot of my friends will launch like at the start of a race, and I always sort of wait for a second, because I've actually had a person blow a stoplight in front of me. I've actually over the years had it happen a few times in cars and bikes. Always looking. You know, the old saying is you have old pilots and bold pilots, but there's no old bold pilots. Pretty much the same for motorcycles. You're always scanning, always looking, trying to keep an eye on the potholes in the road. Especially you drive down the same road, you find you pay less and less attention to it because you've been down it, you know, a couple thousand times. Well, about 10 years ago I messed my back up something fierce, because I was driving down the road heading to work, and there was a frost heave in the road that had been technically not a frost heave, but a heave in the road that had happened because of a water main that broke. And it was, imagine an upside down letter V. That's what the road looked like. My bike, well, this bike hit it, and I got a shock that went right up my spine to the back of my head. Like, basically my entire body was killing me. And it was so bad, the next day I had to go see a doctor, and I had compressed a couple discs in my back. And about 5 years of on and off physiotherapy and treatment before I was semi-human again. So you just got to keep an eye out. But, you know, for all the things you keep an eye out, you still get the beautiful feeling of, you know, out in the open road. Motorcycles, you get a far better view than a car. Like, even a convertible, like, you get a pretty good view of the convertible, but, you know, you have the pillars of the windshield and stuff. The motorcycle, I'm seeing everything. And it's just beautiful. It's just nice. You know, one of the reasons why I rode my motorcycle to work and back all those years was, you know, you get wound up and stressed out at work for whatever's going on there, and you hop on your bike to ride home, and it was just like a total refreshment. You're relaxed. You know, there was a few times where, you know, instead of turning left to go home, I turned right and just took the long way. Enjoyed it even more. And most of the people you meet and ride motorcycles are actually pretty cool. Some of them are downright weird. But overall, it's, you know, it's a community. Especially when you go to like motorcycle shows or bike meets and stuff. It's like, it's not like you know, where you get the Harley guys hang out together and stuff. It's generally, as a rule, they all talk and they were nice to each other. And there's been times where people have broken down the road and motorcyclists actually stopped to help other motorcyclists. So anyways, like I say, 37 years, still going strong, enjoying life, enjoying the bike. Might even do it for another 20 or 30 years or so. DeathsStalker, signing off.